Imagine a world where coastlines vanish, where the familiar landscapes we cherish are swallowed by the relentless rise of the sea. Island nations, once vibrant and full of life, disappear beneath rising waves, leaving behind memories and a stark reminder of our changing planet. This is not science fiction, this is the future we face with global warming, a reality that is unfolding before our very eyes. The Earth's temperature is rising and the consequences are already being felt worldwide. Heat waves scorch our cities, making summers unbearable and threatening lives. From melting glaciers that feed our rivers to extreme weather events that devastate communities, the signs are undeniable and increasingly frequent. Our planet is in peril and we must act now to avert catastrophe. The destruction of our environment is accelerating, with deforestation and pollution pushing ecosystems to the brink. The situation is dire, but there is still hope. Small actions like planting trees and supporting renewable energy can make a significant difference. By understanding the science behind global warming and taking collective action, we can mitigate its worst effects. Scientists and communities are working tirelessly to find solutions. We must transition away from fossil fuels, invest in renewable energy, and adopt sustainable practices. Solar panels, wind turbines, and electric cars are just the beginning. The future of our planet depends on our choices today. Every decision we make, from the energy we use to the food we eat, impacts our world. Let's choose to act before it's too late. Together, we can create a sustainable future and ensure that our world remains a vibrant, thriving place for generations to come. For over a century, scientists have meticulously tracked Earth's temperature. Their findings are alarming and paint a clear picture of a planet in distress. Since the late 19th century, the planet's average temperature has risen by approximately 1 degree Celsius, 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. This might not sound like much, but in the context of Earth's climate, it's a dramatic change. This increase may seem small, but it represents a significant and rapid shift in Earth's climate system. The consequences of this shift are visible all around us, from melting glaciers and shrinking ice caps to changing landscapes and deforested areas. The primary driver of this warming trend is the increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, primarily carbon dioxide. These gases are released through various human activities, and their impact is profound. These gases act like a blanket around the Earth, trapping heat from the sun. This trapped heat leads to higher temperatures, which in turn cause more extreme weather events and disrupt natural systems. Human activities such as burning fossil fuels for energy and deforestation are releasing massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. The burning of coal, oil, and gas for electricity and heat is a major source of these emissions. The more we disrupt the natural balance of our planet's atmosphere, the warmer our world becomes. This warming not only affects the environment, but also has serious implications for human health, agriculture, and water resources. The urgency to address these changes has never been greater. Glaciers, those majestic rivers of ice, serve as stark indicators of our warming planet. Around the world, from the Himalayas to the Andes, glaciers are retreating at an alarming rate. As temperatures rise, these icy giants are melting faster than they can replenish themselves. The consequences of glacier retreat are far-reaching. Millions of people rely on glacial meltwater for drinking, irrigation, and hydropower. As glaciers shrink, these water sources are dwindling, leading to water scarcity and conflicts over resources. Furthermore, the melting of glaciers contributes significantly to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems worldwide. The polar regions, particularly the Arctic, are experiencing the most dramatic effects of global warming. Arctic sea ice, a vital component of the Earth's climate system, is shrinking at an unprecedented rate. As sea ice melts, it exposes darker ocean water, which absorbs more heat from the sun, further accelerating the warming process. The melting of polar ice sheets and glaciers is a major contributor to rising sea levels. Globally, sea levels have risen by about 8 inches since the late 19th century, and the rate of rise is accelerating. This poses a grave threat to coastal cities, low-lying islands, and coastal ecosystems. Section 5. The Fury Unleashed: Storms and Heatwaves. Global warming is not just about rising temperatures, it's also about intensifying weather extremes. As the Earth warms, the atmosphere holds more moisture, leading to more intense rainfall and flooding. At the same time, warmer temperatures exacerbate droughts in other regions. Hurricanes and typhoons are fueled by warm ocean water. As ocean temperatures rise, these storms are becoming more powerful, with higher wind speeds and heavier rainfall. Heat waves, periods of abnormally hot weather, are also becoming more frequent and intense, posing significant risks to human health, agriculture, and ecosystems. Section 6: Amazon's Agony, a rainforest under fire. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the planet, plays a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate. It absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and releases oxygen. However, this vital ecosystem is under threat from deforestation and climate change. Deforestation driven by agricultural expansion and logging is clearing vast swaths of rainforest. As trees are cut down or burned, they release stored carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. Moreover, deforestation disrupts rainfall patterns, increasing the risk of droughts and wildfires, further degrading the rainforest. Section 7: Unequal impacts. A world divided. The effects of global warming are not evenly distributed. While the entire planet is experiencing the consequences of a changing climate, some regions and communities are bearing a disproportionate burden. Developing countries, particularly those in low-lying coastal areas and arid regions, are often the most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. These communities often lack the resources and infrastructure to adapt to rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and water scarcity. Furthermore, climate change exacerbates existing inequalities, pushing vulnerable populations further into poverty and displacement. Section 8: Life on the brink, vanishing species. Global warming is a major driver of biodiversity loss, pushing countless species towards extinction. As temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, many species are struggling to adapt to rapidly changing conditions. Their habitats are shrinking, food sources are becoming scarce, and their life cycles are being disrupted. From polar bears struggling to survive on shrinking ice floes to coral reefs bleaching from ocean acidification, the evidence of climate change's impact on biodiversity is undeniable. The loss of species not only diminishes the beauty and wonder of our planet, but also disrupts ecosystems and threatens the services they provide, such as pollination, water purification, and climate regulation. Section 9: A global call to action, hope on the horizon. In the face of unprecedented environmental challenges, there is a growing movement of hope and resilience. People from all walks of life are coming together to demand change and take action. The challenges posed by global warming are immense, but they are not insurmountable. The melting glaciers, rising sea levels, and devastating wildfires are stark reminders of the urgency of our situation. Yet these challenges also present opportunities for innovation and collaboration. Around the world, individuals, communities, businesses, and governments are taking action to address this global crisis. Community garden projects are sprouting up in urban areas, businesses are adopting green practices, and governments are enacting policies to reduce carbon emissions. The transition to a low-carbon future is underway, driven by technological advancements, policy changes, and a growing awareness of the urgency of the situation. Solar panels are being installed on rooftops, wind turbines are generating clean energy, and electric vehicles are becoming more common on our roads. International agreements such as the Paris Agreement provide a framework for global cooperation on climate change. These agreements are crucial for setting targets and holding nations accountable for their commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power are becoming increasingly affordable and accessible. Large-scale solar farms and wind farms are being developed, and more homes and businesses are installing rooftop solar panels. Sustainable practices, such as energy efficiency, reforestation, and sustainable agriculture, are gaining momentum. Reforestation projects are restoring vital ecosystems, energy-efficient buildings are reducing our carbon footprint, and sustainable farming practices are promoting soil health and biodiversity. The future of our planet depends on our collective action. Communities are coming together to plant trees, clean up their neighborhoods, and support local environmental initiatives. Every small action contributes to a larger movement towards sustainability. By working together, we can create a more sustainable and resilient future for generations to come. Scientists, activists, and everyday citizens are joining forces to develop innovative solutions and advocate for meaningful change. Let's act now with urgency and determination to protect our planet and ensure a habitable future for all. The time for action is now, and together we can make a difference. Our collective efforts today will shape the world of tomorrow.